caught up in people, places, and things not doing what you think they ought to be doing, and you get all bent out of shape over it? Well, we're going to be talking about that on this segment. I'm Dr. Phil Carracher, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to take care of yourself when people ain't doing what you want them to do. Coming up. So most of my videos are totally unrehearsed and spontaneous. I've got a lot of topics that I've written down about what I want to talk about, but a lot of times I just kind of let life happen and go with the flow of that. I don't really like to plan things out. I just kind of like to live in the moment and take it as it comes. And what this video is about today is I'm out in traffic, and I live in Southwest Florida, and we're getting into what we call middle season now. So there are a lot of people coming in from up north, and the traffic is extremely heavy. And people are driving a little erratically, some just literally, and I'm not kidding you, will stop in the middle of the road and it looks like they're staring out into space. So, you know, this is about paying attention to you and stop being so focused on what other people are doing, because it's like a person told me a long time ago when I grew up down here, because I grew up in the South when Florida was considered the South, and we all did speak y'all. And I grew up during a time of segregation, and I was in 5 foster homes, one of which was a black family. And the woman, her name was Mary. I'll never forget her. I just loved this woman. She was so full of wisdom. She would tell me from time to time, honey, the world gonna do what it do. It's up to us to learn how to duck and weave. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Start paying more attention to yourself and less attention to what's going on in the environment, because we are so conditioned to do that, wanting people to do things our way, always in a rush, and not stopping to take time for ourselves and pay attention to what it is that we're feeling. Because, you know, if you get hung up in what the environment is doing, what I like to say, if you are infecting yourself with the environment, because the environment does affect us, there is no doubt. But if we continue to think about it, now we start infecting ourselves with it, and we just get angry and get more angry and more angry and more angry. And, you know, that's really not being fair to us. And we complain enough about how other people treat us. We might want to stop and look how we treat ourselves. Because in all honesty, out in that traffic, you know, I'm a human being too, and I have a tendency to forget to pay attention to myself. I was getting a little ticked, and somebody cut me off, and I know they didn't do it intentionally, but I started taking it personally for a second until I remembered, honey, the world gonna do what it do. You gotta learn how to duck and weave. And yes, I had every right to be angry, but I have to ask myself, is it really in my best interest? Because they're not doing anything to me anymore, I am. And I'm the one that's really got to take care of me more than anybody else. And that's the message I want to give to you today too. You have to take care of you more than anybody else. And a lot of people don't know how to do that, I know, because we're all raised to treat other people better than ourselves. And I'm going to talk about that in later videos. But once again, I just wanted to touch base with you on this one and to remind you and hope that you incorporate this into your daily mantras. The world gonna do what it do. It's up to me to learn how to duck and weave. So until we touch base again, make it a good one for yourself, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye now.
Take your mind off it. Take your mind off it.